Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Not Play Resident Evil 2. Your host T, new co-host Kim,
Hello?
and we're going to continue where we left off from Resident Evil and their games and what we like and dislike.
We're gonna nitpick everything.
Oh, speaking of nitpicking, okay, at the end of the episode you mentioned weapons. What was your favorite weapon and what was your most least favorite weapon?
Least favorite weapon, easily the knife.
You gotta qualify that because the old knives are awful.
Then, okay, from 4 Beyond, your knife is like your best friend for breaking boxes and deflecting arrows, apparently.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Shh. We do not question, we simply do.
Yes. But even then, it's still strong and useful, and you can pull it out on the drop of the pin and use it. But
Not in the old games, though. The old games, you had to switch to it, and there was no recoil. You'd be knifing a zombie in the face, and he'd still be coming at you.
he'd bite you a few times, and then maybe he'll fall over and you'll get back up. I mean, even Kim here mentioned a story from when we were doing a co-op playthrough of Resident Evil 1 when I walked past a room and the dogs jump in the window, and I was out of pistol bullets already. So here I am, I pull out my knife, and I start shanking these dogs. Keyword here, trying to shank these dogs. And they're biting me a lot. I killed one, got out of there because I didn't have the health to kill another. So I ran out of healing items, bullets, and the knife didn't do me any good.
The best part is, had he killed that other dog, you can move one of the tables there, and there's a full clip of ammo sitting under there. He just can't get to it, because there's still another dog in there.
I had to come back later with a shotgun and, clear the place out because I still didn't have pistol bullets. So, alright, so clearly we both agree on that. Knife, absolute worst weapon. What's your favorite?
Favorite weapon has to be the rocket launcher, which is kind of renowned to the games as being stupidly overpowered and can kill most bosses in one hit. I'm looking at you, Wesker.
I was waiting for that.
No, lots of friendly fire incidents with T here.
Yeah, I like to explode at the butt of a shell of an explosive, but I can one-up you on your rocket launcher. Because
Phoebe?
No, yes. Oh, Vivi, no. Okay, so clearly here the best weapon in the Resident Evil series is the broken butterfly, and it does get my favorite weapon pick in every Resident Evil game. At some point or another, I'm gonna find that magnum and I'm gonna drop somebody with it. Chances are the last boss, but my weapon pick for most unique weapon actually goes to the mine thrower.
Oh, yes.
From Resident Evil 4.
Aim for the crotch.
You shoot this little dart at people, and it sticks to them, and it goes beep, 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 and they eventually just explode. But it's the most excellent thing to watch as these people, explode.
You even get a scope for it at one point or another.
Super sniper scope. You just peck guys with this thing. It's super cheap, too, because they claim it to be dangerous, so they don't have to pay the price of a rocket launcher to get this horribly devastating explosive weapon. It's almost like a treat. Okay, so now we're on the topic of favorites. We've done favorite gun. What's your favorite boss? Because I know your favorite enemy.
Birkin. Birkin by far. I love fighting Birkin in the second game. It also has one of my favorite boss musics. But, I don't know, those mutations are pretty sweet. The whole eye and, I don't know, the G-Virus is pretty great. It's nothing better than Shark Birkin.
Shark-faced Birkin. With a vengeance.
Might I also point out, during the mutations, on how you can still see Birkin's face and hands while he's mutating into this other thing.
They show it off well in the Degeneration movies, where you have, what was his name?
Leon's other love interest's brother.
Yeah, when he's mutating, you can see his face kind of shift to the side where it used to be. There's another face which takes the form of this monster, where its eye, of course, showing in the corner. For me, I can't give you a favorite boss because I'll probably just end up saying I really like the Resident Evil 5 Wesker fight a lot. Okay, the second one where you're in the hangar with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he ripped out your heart, and I watched it happen 3 times in a row because you let him snap my neck backwards 5 times in a row.
Quick time events, how I love them.
Or when she dropped me in the pit of spikes because she thought it would be funny.
2 of those were on purpose. 1 was an accident.
Or when she let that chainsaw guy cut my head off. I have millions of these.
Or fast liquors, slow tea.
Oh.
One of my favorite stories from Resident Evil 5, by far. Oh, I love that. Come on. Hurry!
All right. I'm going to explain this. So my friend here and I are playing through Resident Evil 5. You get to a point in the game where there's lickers in a cage. And if you know anything about lickers, they're deaf. No, they're blind. They're
they
blind.
Have no eyes.
But
and
they have
exposed
wicked
brains.
Yeah, they have wicked super hearing. So you have to sneak by these liquor tanks.
You're not allowed to run. You can't kick the doors open. You have to slowly push them open.
And you just have to be as quiet as you can so you don't alert the media to your presence. So we're walking through here, and Kim here makes it to the end of the cage, turns around, tells me, fast animals, slow tea. Come on! And the lickers stop, turn to me, and rip me apart like piranhas eating implants. Go watch a movie. I got destroyed on that part. Destroyed.
The best part is they didn't even look at me. They just all turned towards him. There's at least 3 tanks of liquors sitting around, and they all snap their heads at him, even though I'm the one mashing on the, come on, hey, hurry.
Fear no evil, fear no liquor. I'm not even going to go there because clearly I know your favorite enemy is a liquor as well as mine.
I would love to have one as a pet, on the conditions that it would not try and kill me, eat me, maim me, anything horrible, and not...
better have a wicked freaking shock collar. Killer Croc grade shock collar, man.
Get a muzzle and a giant nail file.
I don't think a muzzle does much. I figure the tongue's gonna get through.
Some duct tape. It'll be fine.
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, so now, I'm segueing to this. What was your favorite game in the series?
I do love 2. 2 was the first one I ever finished and had played, so 2 gets, I don't know, the nostalgia goggles. I love 2. I could play through that game as many times as humanly possible.
Okay, well, I actually played through 4 first, but then my first real Resident Evil was 0, and I hate that game with a passion. So I'm going to have to go with 1 because I feel safe in the mansion.
Even though you shouldn't.
Which you probably shouldn't, no. But when you're walking through the police station, there's always the odd chance that a zombie's going to respawn, or something big's going to get you. Or when you're playing through 3 and the zombies don't die in the first place, there's no safety anywhere. 1 gave me a comforting feeling, and the puzzles were not too perplexing, but bad enough that I screwed up my ending of the game by not waiting 14 seconds.
Not even 14 seconds, it's like 4. It was literally, I got the good ending because I hadn't walked forward far enough. And then he came back. Barry comes back and brings you a rope and saves you. He went on ahead.
I didn't think he was coming back.
The great thing about this was we were playing through together at the same time. I had fallen behind because I had gotten killed by Yawn for like the 8th time. I hate that snake so much.
Ate you whole, man.
He's already out in the gardens and stuff. Climbing around in the basement. And then I'm like, all right, just a sec. I'm gonna come. Oh my God, Barry came back and he brought a rope. And all you hear on the other end is, no way.
Damn it.
We didn't know at the time, though, that that's like a key. Who makes a key critical moment waiting for a character to come back with a rope?
You would think it would be like, kill this guy or don't kill this guy or
no,
save
it's
him.
did you wait the extra 5 seconds for Barry to come back with a rope?
I went to go look for an exit. You're in a maze, man. There's like a gravestone 4 feet from you. I was curious. Yeah, so well, there's that answer. Okay. I have one more topic to go over, but I guess we can make this a 3-parter. Let's see here. Anything you'd like to point out about the Resident Evil series? Any pet peeves?
Let's see. The knife. Ashley Graham from the 4th game.
Oh, can we please talk about Ashley?
Let's do it.
Oh, man. If anyone doesn't know, Ashley is the president's daughter who is asked by, who you as Leon are asked to go save her with 2 other guys who are dead in 14 seconds. Flat.
Not even.
We walk into the room,
They
2
don't
of them
even have
go.
names, do they?
No, they don't have names. They walk in and they die with you. And you're to go save this girl.
So many times where he should have just said, done. I'm going home. Your daughter is dead. Nuke the entire island.
Country. Fuck the island. I'm telling you, buddy, right around the time I see that dude get eaten by that giant fish monster, I'm like turning around and getting a car.
Please, I would have been gone at that first village when you see your police buddy impaled, burning on like a stake.
Why would you go in the village? Why wouldn't you just turn around and leave?
Hell, I would have left when that guy, you walk up to him and you're like, have you seen this girl? And you're showing him the picture and he turns around and throws an axe at you. We've been done. Going home.
Sorry, guys. I think I'm going to wait for backup on this one and not go deeper into the scary village where your daughter may or may not be. So, this girl, now, it's not even about the pet peeve of the mission itself, but the character herself is this whiny little president's daughter.
Helpless, helpless, helpless damsel in distress.
You have to care for her. You have to keep her health up.
She can't even go down a ladder.
She's like a chia pet. Like, I mean, the most you can do is, like, trim her once in a while, and you pray that she doesn't die because you suck that hard. She chooses by her own will not to carry a weapon, because I'm sure the president's daughter was never trained to hold a pistol and fire it before. I have 18 guns on me. I mean, I could at least give her one. Jeez. She runs from you constantly, gets kidnapped at least 7 times before the end of the game.
You're always like, oh, cutscene, and Ashley's gone.
It happens every time. She's like with you for like 3 minutes at a time. She gets most of the characters.
And those are the longest 3 minutes of those games. They feel like they never end.
Oh, let's not forget. Leon, I'll go push the button, but you have to protect me for like 10 minutes. I ran out of ammo, so I started using my shotgun to like snipe the guys. Stray bullet hits Ashley.
Exactly. I've seen Ashley, this girl, if the computer hits her, I've seen her take an axe to the face, a crossbow bolt to the face. She kind of goes, and falls over. One pistol bullet, one loose pellet from your shotgun. She drops like a rock.
You knife her. She's ridiculous. She is the most useless plot device.
AI is terrible for her even.
I mean,
if she's away from you and a zombie comes up and you go to shoot the zombie, instead of running away, they've programmed her to duck so she's not in your way when you're shooting them. But it just means she crouches down and sits beside the guy. Some of the zombies will pick her up and carrying her off.
Instant fail.
Others will just kill her. They don't care. Most of the time, it's the zombies that will just kill her.
Yeah. The ones who walk out with, like, dynamite, so when you shoot at them, they blow up.
Or the chainsaw guy, Dr. Salvador.
Oh, goodness gracious.
The Bella sisters.
It's ridiculous, but she's so needy, and she doesn't need to be needy.
You could do the Resident Evil 4 drinking game. Every time you hear Ashley go, Leon, help! You take a shot. I guarantee you will be so wasted by the end of the game, you're not going to be able to finish the game.
You'll be dead from alcohol poisoning by the end of Chapter 3. Leon, help! Save me! Oh, I'm out.
As I pointed out before, she can't go down the ladder. If she's at the top of the ladder, you have to walk back over and catch her.
Oh, man.
Problem is, if you look up to activate the little thing, she'll take the little button away that says catch and go, oh, pervert, because she's wearing this stupidly short mini skirt.
Put some fucking jeans on.
Get her a pair of pants, please.
Just loot them off a zombie or anything.
Anything.
And then, of course, she becomes more complicated later in the game because I guess both of you are infected by some sort of parasite. And this just makes her moodier. She's on constant PMS. She just bleeds out her eyes this time. And she
coughs up blood and you ask her if she's okay and she runs away down a dead-end hallway, which turns out to be a trap, and she lands perfectly in the middle. Had she stood a little off to one side, she would have been fine. Things come out of the wall, lock her to the wall flips around.
Do you believe Lewis died for this turd?
Yes. Poor Lewis.
Goodness.
And Mike. We must take a moment of silence for Mike. Poor Mike.
And Doug.
That's the other thing. Rule about Resident Evil. Never, ever, ever be the helicopter pilot. Never.
Self-explanatory, Kim. Very well. But we're going to actually have to cut this one a little short. We'll finish it up in a last segment to Let's Not Play Resident Evil. So I'm your host, T, and this is my co-host, Kim.
Hello, and signing off.
Good night.